Hi, love. Hello, and welcome to Co-Creative Healing Journey. Welcome if you are an old subscriber. If you are new here to the channel, welcome. My name is Greta. I am a healer, and this is a video where I'm going to be bringing through a message that Spirit wants you to have at this time, right here, right now, whenever you're watching this reading. I have here the Power of Surrender cards, and so I'm going to draw some and see what Spirit wants to share. Let us start here. And we're going to start with just 3 cards. There we go. So we've got an overall energy of surrender, the idea that you can fix someone. It's time for a relationship to shift. It doesn't work to try to fix someone. Each person must be accountable for his or her own healing. And I almost said it's time for a relationship to fix, and that's the whole point, right? We have here surrender your attachment to results. The formula for success is to do all you can to make things happen, then let go of the results. Holding on too tightly to a desired outcome can sabotage it. And finally, we've got surrender to the wisdom of your body. Listen to your body's messages about a person or situation. If you feel physically drained or uncomfortable, be cautious. If you are energized and happy, move forward. Okay. So, first and foremost, let's talk about the relationship. There are so many different relationships. And when I was saying it's time to fix a relationship, when I almost said that, I do feel that what Spirit fundamentally wants to talk about is you fixing your relationship to yourself. It is always the relationship that we have with ourselves, our selfhood, that is at the core of how we create our realities, how we navigate those realities, even how we engage with other people, as within, so without. So, this is fundamentally, at the end of the day, at the core of it, is going to be a message about you healing something deep inside of you that is unfolding and showing up in a relationship outside of you. I'm getting that this relationship could be another person, but it also could be a relationship to work. Work is showing up, your workplace, your work in and of itself, what you do for work. It is very much about, again, how we relate. And relationship is just vast. We relate to everything. We relate to thoughts, we relate to ideas, other people, again, work, and so on. So we're going to have those two main arenas. We have relationships, and then we have what we call relationships, connections, and then we have work. And so within that, what I'm getting with the surrender, the idea that you can fix someone, is you putting in a lot of energy. You see here, her here, she's holding a bow and arrow. And that bow and arrow symbolically is about having an aim, a goal, aiming for something. Then I'm also getting this energy of having put in so much time and effort and resources and emotions and energy into this goal, this aim. And so this goal and this aim, whatever it is, it include something outside of yourself. It's not just something that you can have in and of itself. You need another person to play along, to go along, to be a certain way, to show up in a certain way, or you need your work to unfold in a specific way. You need to have the results that we're going to talk about. But there's something outside of yourself that you need in order to have that aim. And so what Spirit wants to let you know is that you've actually caused an imbalance by aiming too much for that, by putting in so much energy, so much time, so much resources in what you're aiming for, that it's unbalancing you, right? So it's almost like you're leaning so much into what you want to get and where you want to go that you lost your balance, right? And if something comes, then you get knocked off your balance, and you're not as stable, you're not as strong, and you're not as secure. And I'm getting that in general, as you see how she is sitting down here, it's tiredness. She's been on the hunt, she's been putting in energy, and now it's just this energy of, oh, I'm so tired. For some of you, something has happened recently that has made you question it. Is this even fixable? Is this even going to work? Can I even see this through? And so the message is coming in to tell you that no, because the way that you're going about it, it shouldn't even succeed. If you are in a relationship, for example, and you're putting in 80% of the energy and the effort for that relationship to thrive, and the other person is putting in 20, then that's not a kind of relationship that you want to uphold, that you want to continue, that you want to succeed with, because you don't want to continue that in your life, because it's not going to change. It's not a matter of you putting in energy, time, effort, and then someday they'll grow up, someday they'll get it, someday they'll reciprocate. It doesn't work that way, because the relationship as it's showing up is not actually broken. It is the way it is. And so there is the necessity to see that the way that the relationship actually is working as what the relationship is, and then to choose accordingly. Similarly, if it's work, if it's a goal, and you've been putting in so much energy, so much time into reaching that goal, and it's not giving something back, you're going back to the message that you have unbalanced yourself, and really you're harming yourself. You're doing something that is not in alignment with your own highest good, to be out of balance, to be out of an energetic exchange that is reciprocal. And so that shouldn't succeed. So it would be, for example, let's say you've been working 18-hour days in order to have that position, in order to have the success that you're having, in order to have it show up in the same way. Now imagine if you were to continue, right? And again, Spirit is saying this is what it is. This is what the task is, right? This is what the job is. So certain things take a certain amount of time. Let's say you have a YouTube channel and you are posting 2 pick a card readings every single day. Then that requires certain hours to sit down, to film it, to edit it, to put it up there, right? And if then you're working 18-hour days, if that's what the job is if that's how you've defined it, how you've created it, or how it is defined and how it is given to you and what you're expected to perform, then that is going to be the norm. And so success at that job, success in that endeavor, success at that goal would set up a norm for you that would be to work 18-hour days over and over and over again, and that would be so detrimental and harmful to you. So success isn't going to show up. The fundamental imbalance is compromising. The fundamental imbalance is compromising even the possibility for success and even the desirability for success. And when success isn't desirable, the universe is not going to put in the energy to bring it to you. So again, you can force it through, you can keep it up by yourself, you can hold it up, right? Don't need the other person, don't need external validation, don't need this other benefit. I can keep making it happen. But how long? And we do see a card, surrender to the wisdom of your body, coming up a little bit later. Here and now, Spirit is saying surrender attachment to results. What you are pursuing in this situation, if you were to step back a little bit and really see things more clearly, you would find that you are more pursuing the outcome of the work and the energy and the time and the emotions and the love and the focus and all of the energy that you already have put in. That's what you're wanting the result for. You don't want to be empty-handed. You don't want to fail. You don't want to start over again. And it's like there's a term, I think it's like sunken energy, but it's like a sunk cost. I already paid this much. I've already suffered for this. I've already bled for this. I've already given so much. I can't quit now. It has to come back. It has to fix itself. It has to work out. It has to, it has to, it has to. And Spirit is saying, it says the formula for success is to do all you can and then let go of the results. That's success. So what you have here is not a formula for success. What you have here is actually a formula for failure, for stagnation, for loss, for exploitation, you being exploited, taken advantage of, even abuse. You have here a formula for a very difficult and harmful experience for you and to you. And Spirit wants you to know that. And again, it's about really recognizing that there is this attachment for this result. And one of the ways in which we can recognize and root out attachment is through willingness. If we want something and we have a goal and we're aiming for it and we put all our energy into it, when we are willing to not have it, when we are willing to let something else happen, that's when there is no attachment, or we become detached attached and the energy can flow. So for example, if it's a relationship, it has to be a relationship. I can't be single. It has to be a relationship. It has to be a relationship with this person, not the other one, not another one. It has to be them. It has to, it has to, it has to. You can't even imagine that it's not this person. You can't even imagine being single. It hurts, it stresses. Then that tells you so much about the energy of attachment. But if you can go, okay, it's true. I've put in so much energy and yeah, it hurts and I don't like it, but I can walk away. I can do something else. I can have it unfold in a different way. I can have that conversation. I can. You see so many possibilities. You see so many other outcomes also, but you just see so much space for you to be creative in the situation. Then that goes with detachment. But if it is this outcome, this person, this way, this job, this project, this truth, this belief, right? If there's this tunnel vision, then that definitely is attachment. And within attachment, there isn't that energetic leeway and flexibility and that space for creative problem solving, or even just creative arising of success, for creative renewal. I'm getting. So finally, for starters, that's how we were starting. We've got wisdom of your body. And so wisdom of your body is saying that you know this. I'm not telling you anything that you don't know. And I was thinking the spirit was being quite direct, but it's okay because you already know this. You're already feeling it in your body. For some of you, this is manifesting as a psychosomatic illness or a condition. This is, headaches, stress, eating disorders, constipation. This is back aches. I'm getting lower back aches a lot when we don't feel supported. That lower back can really give out. It can manifest there. I am getting just some migraines and a lot of neck pull when we don't want to face something. Left, we don't want to face something within ourselves. Right, usually we don't want to face something in the world. It's usually one of those two. So I'm definitely getting the neck ache. So you can know one of the ones, because I love energy medicine, and there's a website called Our Spiritual Nutrition, where there's page 5, and you can see where they list energetic reasons for all kinds of illnesses, and I always have found it to be appropriate and so rewarding actually to read that, and it really has helped me in my own life, still helps me in my own life, and so you can check that out. I'm also getting the wrists, and the wrists is very much about, I think it's trying to control, but what I'm getting is it's trying to control the situation and the outcome, how things are going to happen, asthma, fear of the future, fear of how things are going to come together. So it's showing up in your body. Your body is talking. And whether that is dread when you have to deal with this person, dread when you have to go to work, when you have to start the job, something, it's just your body is talking. Dread, stress, strain, manifestation, psychosomatic illnesses, and also a lot of tiredness, a lot of drain. And this is very much about listen to that. Spirit is saying that the symptoms are already there, the manifestations are already there. And when your body is manifesting, look, how it happens is this. We're energetic beings, right? So we're at that spiritual level. We have our spiritual reality. We're doing our thing. If there's a block, and we don't attend it to it at that level. There's a video here about the different levels actually, which in general is so important. You might want to check that out. But if we don't attend to it at the spiritual level, it goes down and it goes into our soul energy. And then we have lessons and cycles to learn and thingy. We don't figure it out at the soul level. Okay, mental starts in our minds, overthinking, stressful, nothing there. Okay, emotional disturbances and feeling a certain way, going up and down also, and feeling like resentful or restless. But again, those emotions, anger, sadness, hurt, pain, disappointment, all of those things show up, but we still are not doing anything. We're still not attending to it. We're not resolving it. Then it shows up in actually our etheric body. That's the vitality. It can also be a little bit the motivation, but that's more emotional, but definitely the vitality and how we kind of move ourselves and move our body in the energy, right? The etheric body. And then finally we have the physical body. So that's the last one. And actually we have the physical body, and then we're going to have the external world. So other people and so on and so forth. So it's next to last one. So it's been going on for a while. You've been getting the message for a while. You've been talking to yourself, but now when the body speaks, it is so important to listen. It is so important to listen because, again, then there's that level, it shows up in other people and so on and so forth. But in general, when you see from a perspective of energy medicine, a lot of people who have very serious illnesses, which I did not mention in this video, and I'm not necessarily sensing that it's going to go to that level, but it starts at that level. And so we always have to take care of our health, and we also have to consider our health in a holistic way, that it's not just the body. Everything is connected. There's the physical, there's the emotional, there's the mental, there's the soul, there's the spiritual dynamics, and it is about resolving things at the appropriate level. Now that you're in the physical body, you have to take care of the physical body. You have to tend to that, right? Get that massage for the neck and so on and so forth. But there's still energy that needs to be resolved. There's still a deeper underlying issue that needs your attention, that needs you to choose differently, and to choose in a way that is in alignment with your highest good, in a way that serves you, in a way that honors you, in a way that respects you, right? If you're not getting that in the situation from other people, anyone else, you need to give it to yourself. And that's the transformation, as within, so without. So, my love, Spirit wants to add a couple more things. Give yourself permission to know what you know. You know. So give yourself permission to know that you know. We have got surrender your fear of intimacy. Surrender to non-action. Loves it. Did not see that one coming, and I am so happy. Okay, let me tell you why. We've got surrender your fear of intimacy. You are ready to let love in. Compassionately identify and begin to release any patterns that stop you from opening your heart. My love, you are ready for so much better than this. Whatever this relationship is, however this person behaves, whatever this workplace is, whatever this task is, this job, this project, you are ready to have love energy come in with creativity and potential and renewal and something at a higher vibration, higher frequency, higher amplitude to show up for you in your life. You are ready for it. And the extent to which you're actually feeling discomfort all the way into your body saying, hey, this is not a good fit. The extent to which you're feeling discomfort is because you have outgrown it. You are in alignment with something so much better. It doesn't matter who this person is. It doesn't matter what the task is. They could be showing up to the utmost of their abilities and still not match what you're ready for. And that's what's kind of draining, and that's what's kind of tiring, because so much better is here for you. But you have to compassionately identify and begin to release any patterns that stop you from opening your heart. At a basic level, most people can't work 2 full-time jobs, right? Obviously, I know that's people do, but they're not supposed to. It's not healthy, right? That's the point. If you have one job, then you can't take on the next one. Most people have one significant other. If you have one significant other, one romance, you can't start another. And so it's about that. You need to make space. You have to release what is not in alignment so that you can make space for this. And fundamentally, as we were saying in the beginning, what you're going to be healing is a pattern within yourself. So you're healing a pattern within yourself that is going to prepare you and align you for what comes next, for what is better. And how perfect is that, right? I think about this a lot, and that's how I work it in my own healing, that what we heal is often fuel. It's like propulsion. If you're here and something is holding you down, pulling you down, the fact that you go down into it and you heal it, you spring up. You use this as fuel to go higher. We don't stagnate in healing. Healing always takes us higher. There's always improvement, elevation. There's always an ascension, there you go, within the energy. And it's definitely here for you in this situation. You just have to engage with it in the right way. Now, again, love this. Lucky you. It really, I would say, I would feel like it doesn't get better than this, but yeah. Surrender to surrender to non-action. Now is the time to be still and not act. Simply breathe and focus on your own power. Let others come to you. I got so excited. You don't have to do anything. That's the beautiful thing. You've been doing too much. What you need to do is pull back and not act, right? Pull back your action, not act. That's what I was like, surrender to not acting. Pull back your initiative. Pull back your motivation. Pull back your output, your investment, how much you're putting into this. Pull that back And then you're going to see what's going to happen. And I wrote this in one of the energy healings. So if my energy work speaks to you, you can check it out at my website, www.co-creativehealingjourney.com. But what Spirit was saying is that you've been holding up the situation, and when you pull back the energy, you allow it to show you what it is. So it would be, for example, let's say it's a best friend, right? And you're like, we're best friends, we meet up every Saturday and we have so much fun, we do this and this and that. Okay, but are you the one who's always calling and making the plans and getting the reservations and maybe even paying for dinner and maybe like, keeping up the conversation going and so on and so forth? What if you don't call? Are they going to call you back? Are they going to show up? Or are they going to show up and be angry? And then this is actually your way out. I love this. This is a very specific piece of advice, is like, you're not going to do anything wrong. You're just going to do less than before. And if someone calls you out on doing less than before, then this is your opportunity to point out to them that you're doing either matching what they're doing or doing what the situation, what the position, what the relationship is requiring, what is normal to do, right? If the guy shows up, hey, you're not cooking my meals anymore, you're not cleaning my thingy, you're not doing this and that, you're not cleaning the house, you're not taking my dog for a walk anymore, what the hell's going on? Aren't you invested in this relationship? Then you can remind them, actually, you know how you don't want to commit? I'm your girlfriend, I'm not your wife. I don't need to do all of those things to begin with. And while we're on the subject, right? Or your boss, hey, you went home at 10 o'clock at night, you didn't stay and work until 2 o'clock in the morning. Well, actually, there are labor laws, and since we're talking about it, and so on and so forth. So it puts you in a position of power. You've put yourself in a position of disadvantage by overreaching, by going beyond what was for you to do. You kind of went beyond your means, and that put you into a more vulnerable position, right? In that imbalance, you're more vulnerable. But when you pull back and you just do what you have to do, and this is definitely not saying to not do what you have to do. Don't become the truant, spirit. Don't become the truant in the situation. Don't become don't go into a place where anyone can find fault with what you're doing. Do the bare minimum. Do what you gotta do. Even do what is decent to do, right? More than the bare minimum. But just do, follow that line, toe that line, stay in balance. Do what you gotta do, and then let the chips fall as they may. If they're angry, okay. And then that tells you, right? Because it could also be like, let's say you've been doing this for 10 years. One day you don't show up fully and then you have to hear about it. Is that fair? That shows you who you're dealing with. That shows you what's going on. So it's those kinds, there's reveals that are going to come when you take a much more passive yet assertive space. It takes assertiveness to be able to do what you got to do and no more. But at the same time, it's more passive than what you've been doing before. And so as you do that, you're going to invite the change in, and you're going to align with something new that can come in. Maybe because you're at home and you're not out having dinner with that trifling best friend, right? Then you get a phone call and you meet someone new, or you can go to this event and then meet another friend, and so on and so forth, right? It's opportunities for renewal will also come and show up in the space that you create and that you hold that space for it. They will show up for sure. This is awesome. You see here, she's got a little unicorn horn. What's coming is amazing. It is amazing. It's almost unbelievable to you. It is out of this world. It is out of your world, more especially. Out of your world. Nothing like you've known before. So this is a romantic relationship, next romance, unbelievable to you. Friendship, next friendship, unbelievable to you. Position, next position, unbelievable to you. What's coming is going to be a million times better and very much authentic to you and in alignment with your own energy. And this is Spirit saying, I'm getting like a stamp of approval. You can take that to the bank. You can really count on and rely on this, because again, you know yourself that where you are right now is not good, it's not working. You know that something new needs to come in. Just need to know how to make that happen, and Spirit wanted to give you this advice and this guidance to help you along. So love, that was the video. That is all I have to share with you here and now. I'm being guided to tell you to watch pick a card readings here on the channel if you feel like you want more. There are past pick a card readings, and there's a couple that are going to be showing up, and they can give you some guidance and perspective. So I haven't even made them yet, but I trust I trust the spirit will be bringing you what it is that you want, you need, and you deserve to hear here on the channel always. So my love, with that being said, I do offer intuitive readings 2 a week, not a lot of slots. So if that speaks to you, then you can find that on my website, www.cocreativehealingjourney.com, along with the energy work that I create. So I have some energy work here for free on the channel. You might also want to check that out. It might speak to you, it might help you. And then also on my website with a lot, with some small processes, some bigger processes, all good stuff to help you along. Sending you lots of love, wishing you all the best. Thank you for spending this time with me, and I will be seeing you around. May be blessed always and in all ways. Bye.